Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's iCamera. I'm sure you guys haven't heard this voice on this channel in quite some time, but nonetheless, I am back to making videos. I'm going to explain all of that in another video, but in today's video, I just want to give my 2 cents on how to be successful in the Uncharted 4 multiplayer mode. Okay, chances are you have not played Uncharted before. You know, this is your first time playing it. The PlayStation 4 has a lot of Xbox 360 converts, so chances are they've never really played a Naughty Dog game before. Now, players like me, who come from Uncharted 2's multiplayer, Uncharted 3's, and The Last of Us, are very familiar with Naughty Dog's style of gameplay, the way the connections work, the way the characters move. It's all very similar. Sure, The Last of Us is much slower, but the game is very similar when it comes to movement and the time to kill. So I'm going to give you my tips on how to be successful in this game, because I'm seeing a lot of newcomers, because I'm trying to party up with as many people as possible just to have a fun experience. I'm seeing a lot of newcomers just run and gun and try their very best, but they're just going to simply get owned by all the other players who know what they are doing. So the most important thing, the number one thing on my list for knowing Uncharted 4's multiplayer and be successful is the movement. It does not move like Call of Duty, it does not move like Battlefield. It's a lot more cartoony, action-paced, Indiana Jones running freestyle type of gameplay here, where you're going to have to get used to it. Sure, it may seem a little clumsy at the beginning, but once you master it, you really are going to be able to control your character and get out of those tense situations. That's the biggest thing I can teach you when it comes to Uncharted 4's multiplayer. It's very important learning those movements and using it to your advantage, because once you master it, you'll be far more agile and dodging bullets a lot easier when you're going against your enemies. So number 2 would easily have to be use your surroundings in the map. Naughty Dog did a great job designing their maps in Uncharted 4's multiplayer. This is one of my favorite maps. Pirate Colony or River is a really great map too. You gotta use the surroundings to your advantage, because there's really a lot of great cover spots, a lot of great flanking routes. If you ever played Call of Duty 4, you know the 3-lane system on maps. It's very similar to this. The Last of Us is a key example of great 3-lane map design system, and Uncharted 4's multiplayer maps are no exception. It's phenomenal. If you can flank those players, don't be afraid to do it. It may take you a little bit of time, but the reward at the end of it is going to be worth it. And use your cover strategically. Don't be afraid to sit behind a box, move behind a car, duck behind some stairs. Don't be running out into the open, because you're just going to get killed by everybody who's in that area. I know it seems pretty simple, but after playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for a while, you just feel like you're a super soldier, but you're not in this game. You're just a regular guy who doesn't have any type of special perks or movements. You just got to get used to it, that you got to play the game a little slower and be more strategically when you're moving around the map. Running and gunning simply will not work. Sure, it may work if you got a crappy team going against you, but if you're doing a head-to-head with equal teammates, you're not going to have any luck in this game with that. Sorry, guys. Number 3, do not spray and pray. I'm sure you guys have noticed the recoils in these games are not really that intense. Like The Last of Us, the recoil is pretty much unbearable to control, but they really did tone it down for Uncharted 4's multiplayer mode. Control your aim. Don't be afraid to press the down button. Don't be afraid to burst fire your guns. If you're using a fully automatic with an AK, so for example, don't be afraid to just trigger, feather the trigger. Just lightly press it over and over again. It's going to give you some more control over the gun. Your bullets are going to be much more accurate, and you're going to have a better chance of getting those headshots. And guys, go for those headshots. Not only is it faster to kill, but you get 10 extra bonus points for doing so. And there is no reason why any of you guys should be running alone in PlayStation 4's generation. This is not the PS3 where nobody had mics or nobody really played with each other anymore. This is the PlayStation 4. You should always have at least one teammate while you're playing any kind of video game. And that's super important in the Uncharted 4 game. Now, you could either play this 2 ways. Either you guys could be the Slayer, or your teammates could be reviving you. Or you could be the person who revives your teammates, and your teammate could be the Slayer. Choose a role and stick to it. Now, if you don't have any friends to play with, you can always add me up on the PlayStation Network, or just turn on that mic in the game lobby and just talk to someone. Tell them, yo, this is iCamera and I'm looking for a teammate who's ready to do this. I'm sure somebody will flip open their mic. As long as you got the decency and respect to ask them nicely, you won't run into any fools. Sure, you maybe run into a couple here and there, but just ignore them and have fun with the game. And the final point is, guys, have fun with this game. This game is a lot of fun, but it can be frustrating as well if it's not going your way. And sometimes there's nothing you can do for it. Me and everybody else are going to have some off games. So just have fun as much as possible. Enjoy the Uncharted 4 experience. Like, for me, The Last of Us is far more of a skill gap game. Like, you have to really practice. But for the Uncharted 4, I find that it's going to be a lot less of a skill gap. It maybe take you a couple days, maybe even a week to get used to everything and actually become good at the game. So every everybody should eventually be pretty decent at it, and it's our job to get ahead of everyone as fast as possible. And that's pretty much all the tips I got in today's video, guys. If you liked today's video, be sure to click the like button and comment me down below. Tell me what other videos you would like for me to cover. I'm back. I'm going to be making lots of new videos. I got a bunch of ideas I want to be starting. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. And as always, guys, I'll be seeing you in the next one.
I backed you up.